Yo, what's up guys? What's going on? Frank Daniels here. Today I'm talking about goals, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to take your goals and turn them into a mission. And that's what you're going to need in order to be able to physically change your body and change your life. Before I go into that, I've got a free report. It's called 7 Steps to Shredded. If you're interested in getting shredded, you head down below, click the first link in the description. At the end of this video, you will see a pop-up around here where you can download that free report, 7 Steps to Shredded. Let's talk about goals. First off, if you don't have goals, if you don't have things to shoot for, metrics, measurements, things, a place you're trying to go, right, a destination you're trying to get to, it's usually a recipe for ending up not happy with what you're accomplishing or not accomplishing with your health and your fitness, right? So this is how people end up in no man's land. And I always recommend, specifically, with my clients, that we are setting goals every 90 days. And there's critical points of the year to do that. So January 1st is a good time, literally like every quarter, right? Every 3 months, every quarter. January 1st. April 1st is the next 3 months leading into the summer. Then if you get in really good shape for summer, you probably want to keep it, right? So you got that next 3 months. All right, so every quarter, you should be having some type of fitness goal to shoot for. Now, you might want to lose weight. You may want to get your body fat down. You might want to get lean and sculpted, jacked. Or you might want to have some performance metrics, right? You could do a combination of the both, or performance metrics would be things like how much do I lift, how fast do I run, how high do I jump, do I have a race or something like that, like a Spartan race or a jogging race, right? Half marathon, marathons, those types of things can certainly be goals for you. It doesn't always have to be physical, and it could be a combination of the both. But the big point is, if you don't do that, you end up in no man's land, and you're usually not going to be happy with what you're not accomplishing. Now, let's talk about goals. It's one thing to say, I want to lift X amount. I want to weigh this amount. I want to lose body fat. I want to look fly. I want to look sexy, whatever it is, right? It's an entirely another thing to take your goal and now turn it with language, okay, and artistic language, and turn your goal into a mission. So I learned this from Tony Robbins like just a couple weeks back, and I've been doing this with all my goals in my life, and I can literally kind of feel the momentum come into play. So it's one thing to have a goal, it's another thing to have a mission. Those are two different things. And what Tony Robbins talks about is when you make your goal statements, you now take language, because what we do need to understand is that language is the leader of either the things we feel and the emotions we feel, right? So we don't get to anything before we put a representation. We don't feel anything inside, okay, before we put a representation on it in our mind through the language that we've learned. So the words we used, based on you specifically, and I'll get into that in a second, leads the emotions that we feel. In order to have a mission, in order to wake up every single day and do the things you need to do to change your body and change your life, you got to have a mission. You can't just have I want to lose X, I want to be this. That's not mission enough. You got to create a mission with your language. Now, here's the deal. Everybody predominantly uses language or are geared in your central nervous system, okay, in your neurology, in your mind, in a certain way. And it's usually either auditory, so you use words that reflect what it is to hear, okay? Visual, you use words and language. You're a little bit more dominant in words that reflect sight. Or kinesthetic, you're a little bit more dominant in words that reflect feeling. Now, everybody uses a combination of these three things, right? The senses, right? But most people are usually dominant in a particular area. So when you create a mission statement, when you take your goal in an artistic manner, you become an artist. When you write goals, you become an artist. And you need to create a goal that turns into a mission for yourself in order to be able to really have it drive you, right? To have it give you the passion you need to move forward. So I'm going to give you an example right now. So I want to be sub 10% body fat all year round, okay? No questions asked. Again, does that speak to me as much as this statement I'm about to give you? So I'm a model or representation of discipline, dedication, and dominance. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I want to dominate my space. That statement right there speaks to me. right? I made a statement about what I represent. Okay, I'm a model, I'm a representation to people. I'm sitting here talking to you about exercise. That statement, okay, discipline, I know that's important, right? Dedication, okay, I know I got to come at it every single day, okay, and dominance, again, I'm trying to dominate my space. I apologize to anyone who's not trying to do that, but that's a personal goal of mine. So again, that's different than I want to be 10% body fat. So when I wake up in the morning and I start going through this stuff in my mind, I make that statement to myself. Okay, when I'm about to maybe fall off and do some stuff that doesn't go along with what my health and fitness goal is, I'm going to make that statement to myself. It's a lot different than, hey, Frank, remember you want to be sub 10% body fat. Okay, it doesn't speak to me as much. So those words, okay, I took, and Tony Robbins talked about this, you become an artist when you're doing your goals. You become an artist, okay, and artistically you need to create a statement, okay, with language that is useful or valuable to you. Doesn't matter about anybody else, but give yourself a useful, valuable statement with language that works for you, that is going to uplift what your normal fitness goal is to now a mission, okay? You need that passion, you need that emotion, you need that fire in order to be able to get up every day and physically change your body and change your life, all right? So take your goals, figure out what it is you want to accomplish, take your goal, okay, from just a regular thing to now a mission, and I'm pretty sure you're going to find that every day you start waking up and going after these things at just a different pace, at a different level, and that's what it's all about. So this is super critical, guys, not something to be overlooked. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed talking about this stuff right here. So if you like this stuff and you appreciate this video, head down below, like, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe to this channel. You can grab 7 Steps to Shredded by going over here. Okay, I'm Frank Daniels, guys. Get out there and create a mission.